some noise for
The Magician.
Dear listener, please note that a pre-recorded session will be uploaded on Spotify at the end of the live session. No live calls and interactions will be available on Spotify. Dear listener,
this is Balls and Tease your passport to the golfing universe, where every swing tells a story and every putt has its punchline. Strap in for a golfing journey like no other, where we bring you the latest buzz from the fairways, unravel the secrets behind the perfect swing, and sprinkle in a dash of humor to make your golfing experience a hole-in-one. From player spotlights that take you behind the scenes to expert insights that'll up your game, Balls and Tees is your go-to destination for all things golf. So grab your favorite 9-iron, cozy up in your golf cart, and get ready to tee off with us. This is more than just a radio show. It's an immersive experience into the heart of the sport. Are you ready to elevate your golf game and have a few laughs along the way? Then stay tuned, because Balls and Tees is about to tee up. Get ready to swing into action. Bowls and Tees starts now.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another hot episode of the best golf talk show there is in the whole of Africa. This is the one and only, the classic man, the only man who can tell you that the weekend officially starts today. This is Tony Tone, the only host that you have. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, as you already know the drill, if it's your first time listening to us, I just want to say thank you and welcome to an addiction that you will have over the next couple of years. So why I'm saying it's an addiction is because, like I said, this is the best show there is. We bring in the hottest guests, and today's going to be volcano hot. I am sitting right next to my guest today, and he just can't wait, man. Like, he's jumping on the chair. He's like, I'm ready for this. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you once again for tuning in. And as you know the drill, I am going to ask you to please stay seated. But before you remain seated, you have to go to the kitchen, get yourself a jug of ice cold water. I already have my bottle next to me, and I can tell you, you're going to sweat. Just imagine I'm doing the work and you're going to sweat, because you will be listening to a lot of fire that we'll be discussing with our guest for today. So without any further ado, please give me 2 minutes, and then when we come back, our guest will be joining us. We will definitely be having a lot of fun. All right.
Welcome to Golf Radio.
This is Golf Untold Stories, only on Balls and Tees.
in the tapestry of time, amidst the rolling greens and whispered winds, a tale of golfing glory unfolds, woven with threads of courage and boundless dreams. Listen now as the echoes of history beckon, drawing us into the world of Francis Ouimet, where the ordinary became extraordinary and the impossible dared to be conquered. In the heart of Brookline, where shadows dance upon the fairways, there stood a young man, Francis, with dreams as vast as the open sky. Born not to privilege, but to the embrace of humble beginnings, he learned the language of the game, not from lofty clubs, but from the earth itself, where every blade of grass whispered secrets of resilience and determination. As the sun kissed the horizon and the US Open beckoned, Francis stepped onto the hallowed grounds of the country club, his spirit ablaze with the fire of possibility. Amidst the giants of the sport, he stood undeterred, a beacon of hope amidst the shadows of doubt. With each swing, he painted poetry upon the canvas of the course, his heartstrings entwined with the melody of every putt. And as the world watched in awe, Francis danced upon the greens, his every step a testament to the power of belief and the magic of dreams. In the final moments of destiny, with the world holding its breath, Francis stood upon the threshold of greatness. With hands steady and eyes alight, he gazed upon the final green, where victory awaited like a silent promise.
This is Golf Untold Stories, only on Balls and Tees.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for taking that 2-minute short break. And as I always say, guys, please bear in mind one thing. Today it was a holiday. Tomorrow, the weekend will officially be on. So this week you only worked 2 days. If you're working tomorrow, I don't know. If you're working on Friday, then you have to talk to me. Come on, give me a call and then let's talk. Let's try to find out why you're working on a Friday. I'm not trying to say be lazy. I'm just trying to say, please, work strategically. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I would like to welcome my guest on set, actually. He's here in studio right next to me. Mr. Fezile Nondonga will be joining us and we'll be having a beautiful, beautiful conversation around his game. So without any further ado, please help me welcome Mr. Fezile Nondonga.
Yeah, thank you, Tony Torre.
Unjani baba?
Khona unjani, bro?
Cha siyazama. Hey, yazi isiZulu sami these days. It's picking up. It's picking up.
Let's speak.
All right, Mr. Nondonga. I don't think I've done justice to introducing you. I think let's restart and then you can introduce yourself properly because people are dying to understand who Fezile is. How did Fezile come across or stumble across golf, and what's happening in Fezile's world when it comes to golf?
Thank you, Tony. Greetings to you and your listeners. You're correct. My name is Fezile Nondonga. I'm an avid golfer. I'd like to believe. Started playing golf way back, about 10 years ago now. 2013, 2014, round about there. I was introduced to the game by my former boss, Tito Zwane. At the time I was working for ESCOM. So he just told me that I want to introduce you to something interesting. So he took me to World of Golf, bought a set of clubs and then went to play.
Oh, lovely. And then I believe from there onwards, the bug has just settled in you.
Yeah. You know, I always tell people this is everyone in life. You need to have your own hobby or something that you love. And I didn't know that I would love golf this much. So since then, the rest is history. But I remember back in the days when we started playing, we used to count number of balls that you would have lost. So we used to carry about 50 to 60 balls going to the golf course.
One round of golf.
One round of golf. So if you have lost about 20, you're like, no, today it was a best day. You know? Yeah, but that has since changed. Today we just play with one ball and that's it.
No, that's interesting. But I just want to find out, I mean, you got introduced to the game by your boss at that point in time. And obviously, within golf, we form relationships apart from work relationships or family relationships. I hope your boss is listening because I want to ask you a question. Well, your ex-boss.
Yeah,
I hope your ex-boss is listening. So, have you ever chowed him on the course?
Interestingly, in my first game, I played with him, and I could not finish the game because I was very tired, you know. And he told me never to give up. I left them playing. I think I left on the 7th hole. I went back home and this is not for me. But years later, I challenged him. I hope he's listening because he knows this is a fact. I keep on withdrawing from him. You know, the chow is mine. Yeah, it's very interesting.
That's good. And then I just want to understand, obviously, the evolution of your game. You got introduced by someone that you reported to. And I think a lot of the times people always talk about mixing business with pleasure. And a lot of people can't really draw the line. And sometimes as an individual, you'd end up finding yourself in hot water because you've overcommitted to this lovely spot, and then your work is lacking a bit. I hope that hasn't happened in your space. But what I'm trying to get to is obviously mixing business with pleasure. After you got introduced into the sport, how many people do you think you've introduced thus far?
Wow, a lot. Sorry. I think I've introduced a lot. Definitely my work hasn't suffered, that much I can tell you.
Hundreds.
I always believe that a golf course is also like an office to me. You know, sometimes even if I'm not playing, I just like to carry my work to the golf course and work from there. So my work hasn't suffered and I continue to work. I would like to believe that I introduced a lot of people and I continue to do so, even where I work currently. I'm busy trying to work hard in setting up a golf club for the organization that I work for.
Lovely.
So yeah, it's a lot of people that I've introduced, but it's interesting in my family and in my village where I come from, I'm the only one who plays golf.
I know. We need to change that narrative because, for the past 2 months, I've been preaching family time. I've been preaching bonding, and more specifically around the people that we actually hold dear to ourselves.
Sure.
Right. So be it friends, be it family. I've just been saying, guys, let's try to spend as much time as possible with the ones we love, because if you look at a normal work day, you're looking at 9 hours, and then after the 9 hours, you either go to the driving range where you're going to spend an hour or two.
Yeah.
You get back home, you freshen up, you eat, and then you do your work again. So I've been pleading with my audience to say, guys, wherever possible, take that one particular person that you hold very dear, whether they'll be your spectator. Yeah. Or you want to introduce them into the sport. I don't know if you have tried introducing anyone into it.
I have. I have a lot. I mean, I remember back in the days, I also tried to introduce my wife. She felt that was just a boring game, taking too much of her time. But I've introduced my kids. Interestingly, my son stopped playing, and my daughter is drawing an interest in trying to play. She's 7 years old. She loves golf a lot. I've also introduced a number of other people from the NGO that I'm a member of, and they love the space, and I think the population is growing.
And, I mean, speaking of an NGO, pardon me for deviating from this entire conversation. I mean, if there's anything that I always say to the audience is that golfers have very big hearts.
For sure.
Right. Regardless of what their background looks like, golfers always have this thing of saying, let me give. Whether it be wisdom that you're sharing with the next person, or it's materialistic things, but in essence, I always say golfers have a very, very big heart. So I don't know if you'd mind maybe disclosing the type of NGO that you're involved in.
No, I was referring to the NGO, that political NGO that I'm a member of, which is the main organization, the ANC. So I've introduced lots of comrades there. But also I'm part of the NPO called South African Social Golf League. I'm one of the founding members of the South African Social Golf League. It's an NPO that is established just to do 4 things. One is to drive career development. 2 is to assist with caddy development. Thirdly is to drive industrial knowledge hub, what we, in terms of the etiquettes, the rules, teach golfers, especially the new golfers, beginners. And lastly is to organize charity golf days, develop a diary of charity golf days in the country, or even corporate golf days. So that's the NPO that I'm a member of, and it's up and coming. It's been difficult, but it's picking up.
Yeah, but it's quite interesting what you guys are doing. I mean, career development, career development, which is something that is overlooked, if I can put it that way, because if you look at the South African landscape of golf, most caddies are from the townships.
For sure.
Right? It's our black brothers, they're from the townships, and obviously coming from one end of the world to the next end of the world, where golf is the so-called elite sport.
For sure.
Right? You get your elite people in that, you get into circles of very influential individuals at points. And for someone who's coming from a background, a disadvantaged background, if I can put it that way, or someone who hasn't had the opportunity to explore certain things, marrying the two cultures together, obviously there needs to be a set of values. There needs to be a form of culture that's developed to ensure that there is no, what can I say? There is no break in between. So what you guys are doing is quite interesting, and you mentioned etiquette, values as well, and norms within the space for people who are getting into the sport. I always say to people, you know what, the first thing that comes to golf, my audience will forgive me. I always say golf is a sport for white men dressed like black pimps. Because everything is about swag. It's about luxury. I mean, without even saying too much, a lot of golfers like showing off, right? If you've got a new set of clubs, you want everyone to see.
You want everyone to see,
right?
Yeah.
If you get new spikes,
like you want to show off.
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't want to be cocky about it, and you want to respect other people's spaces. So what you guys are doing, I think it's very, very important in terms of developing the game in the long run, especially from a social golfing perspective, because the market is still emerging. I don't want to say the market is already there. I think it's still emerging.
Yeah, it's very, for us black people in particular. Golf is a new sport, and I know the narrative that people like to say that is an elite sport or elite sport. For me, there's a lot of work that we need to do. One, to transform the sport, also even to change the narrative. One of those is, if we talk about transformation, firstly, we need to transform it from the white hands to the black hands, just to equalize. But secondly, we need to transform it from being a male-dominated sport to a female, at least, or balanced sport, so to speak. Because you find that there's a lot of male golfers as compared to female golfers.
That's true.
But going back to the point about the caddies, how do you try to balance the guys, the lifestyle of the sport being an elite sport, and guys coming from the previous disadvantaged background? It's the reason why we chose to have that as a pillar of South African Social Golf League, to say, let us have this as a pillar, but also to change the way caddies are perceived and how they are looked and treated by golfers. You're right, golfers, they're very particular, for lack of a better word, in terms of how they look and how they treat themselves. But golf as a sport is a very humbling sport. It's a humbling game. You know, you may look dope and all of that, but when it gets to the fairways, the game shows a different story. It's a different story. But yeah, for caddies, for me, one, when I look at them, I see myself in them, in a sense, because I come from almost a similar background. And you look at them and think, if I did not have a chance in life, I would have probably ended up being like them, you know. So for me, they are brothers, they are fathers, they are uncles who are trying their level best just to make sure that they feed their families.
100%.
But I'm very unhappy at times when I see some of the caddies sort of demonstrating attitude in terms of not treating the game with the respect that they're supposed to. And that also goes for golfers as well, who do not treat caddies very well. So for me, we really need to do something about them. So for us, we need to, when we came up with this pillar, we looked at what is it that we think that they lack and that they need. One is the look. They need to look a little bit professional in terms of how they dress. You would see in the professional golf, they always organize them a nice attire, nice golf wear. Two, customer services and how to treat people, and even how to cope with a difficult golfer on the day. You know, so you need to teach them those. Say, look, this man is not having a good day, but you are here, you're carrying the bag. So how do you conduct yourself? So you need to teach them patience. Also that they need to learn not to work from hand to mouth, because currently what they're doing is you give them the money, they go and eat the money, or chow the money, or just drink the money. So we're trying to say, as South African Social Golf League, let them have an account, a bank account like everyone else, because that's his work. You know, they are working when they're out there. So that's what we're trying to do. And we hope that we'll be getting support. We've spoken to some of the corporates just to see if maybe we can get support, and they are listening. There are those that are listening.
I mean, you mentioned something very important, which I believe throughout the whole of South Africa, regardless of what field you're in, right? Whether it's sport, whether you've got a certain profession in the corporate space, financial literacy, right? So it's very sad that as a nation we are financially illiterate.
True. And
often enough I hear people saying, but it's because of where we come from as a nation.
True.
But at the same time, we need to look at where we're heading. If you're mentioning something like hand to mouth,
Yeah.
I don't think it's just regarding or relating to caddies.
Only,
Yeah,
that's true.
I think even certain professionals, they do the very same thing, right?
Yeah.
They get paid today, 2 days later the money is
Money is
gone,
just out, yeah.
right? And then when comes times of difficulty, they don't even know where to look because
For
they've
sure.
exhausted all their resources. So what you guys are doing in terms of financially educating people, I think that's sure. It's a loophole
Yeah.
that a lot of people didn't really pay attention to.
Yeah, I mean, ourselves, we we believe that we also need that training. I mean, you know, where you're coming from, all of us we suffered from the same thing. But I think going forward, the future is going to be bright. The up-and-coming youngsters, they are learning from us. I mean, for us, our age group in particular, no one has taught us how to handle money and even to deal with some of the things that we deal with in life, in the adult world, you know.
Yeah.
So we learn as we go. But just for the golf as a sport, there's a lot that is taking place in that space.
Yeah.
Sorry. There's a lot that's taking place in that space. Caddies cannot just be limited to be caddies, you
Yeah.
know.
True.
Sorry. But part of also what we want to do is to, if they're not caddies, they're sometimes used as spotters. So for us, we would like to use them as officials
Yeah.
on the day. So let's say the four of us, we're out there, we're playing. We have a KD as an official
That's
who will be
true.
teaching and telling us about the rules because they know better.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of guys who don't understand fully all the rules of playing golf.
That's
you know,
true.
they keep on asking whilst you're playing against them, and at times when you try to implement and sort of tell them about the rules, they think and they feel that you are strict. You know.
Especially when like during competitions, because obviously
Yeah, yeah.
it's either you're in 2 balls or 4 balls,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Whatever happens in that particular 4 ball,
You worried about your game, and somebody else is coming, so they want you to teach them how to play the game. You know, and if it doesn't favor them, they feel like you're too harsh or you have missed the rules and all of that.
100%.
Yeah, so you need a little bit of patience. Golf is a gentleman's sport, like they say, but you need to be patient. I've learned this over the years that at times I just need to focus on playing my game, and not listen to what's happening around me. It's difficult though, especially if you're having a bad day. It's very difficult.
100%. And I was actually going to ask you, like, in terms of your love and passion for the sport, right? With all the frustrations and turmoils happening around you, how do you maintain that passion?
Look, for me, I treat golf in 3 ways. One, for me, golf is an office. If I'm there, I feel like I become very innovative and I produce. I'm able to work. If I'm around the space of golf, even if I work on the 19th hole, I use it for that. But secondly, for me, golf is therapy. And it's an equalizer, if you like. I mean, tell me or show me the best psychologist that you know, and you show me a golf course. I mean, they charge almost the same. The money that you spend is the same, but the benefits you get from the golf course they outweigh what you get from a therapist or a psychologist. You know what I mean? So for me, if I go play golf, I feel I've just been in consultation with my therapist. But thirdly, for me, golf is like a mini holiday.
Yeah.
So if you're walking there alone, observing
scenery.
and the scenery, and just enjoying the views and the landscapes, it's just something else, you know. So when I go up to play golf, I feel like I'm going on a holiday.
100%.
Yeah.
And then now I'm getting very personal. I'm getting very personal.
Let's get
isn't it? But on the real, no, I'm not
yeah.
being personal. I think the one thing that I actually really want to understand, right? Before getting into the sport, obviously you had your own perceptions about the sport itself,
For sure.
about golfers, and you had a certain way of doing things.
Sure.
Now, being involved in the sport for over 10 years, right? And as you said, it's a very strict sport. It's a very strict sport because there's particular rules. You said it humbles you. It's like therapy.
Yeah.
Has there been any particular changes in your behavior or
A lot.
in how you approach matters, in essence?
A lot. I mean, I'd like to believe that before I played golf, I was a very impatient person. I used to, be aggressive and force my way around things. But I would easily give up and just walk away in situations, you know. But ever since I played golf, I've learned that first of all, you must never quit.
Yeah.
Even if you think that you have a bad round of golf, or maybe you played a particular hole badly, just play to finish that hole. You'll be surprised what you learn out of it, you know.
100%.
So it teaches you patience. It teaches you to be respectful of other golfers. You'll think that you are the best golfer on the day, but other people around you are not playing or are not having a great day. So it teaches you how to respect and not to laugh in terms of how they're playing the sport. So it humbles you. It sort of, for me, I've learned a lot. I mean, I can tell you right now, I'm one of the patient guys I know. And if you are new in the game of golf, because that's how I also started, somebody spent time to teach me, to walk with me, you know, having invested their monies and time, but they felt that, okay, we're going to spend time to teach Faisal how to play golf.
100%.
So I do the same. I return the favor, and I believe golf is a game of second chances. You know, you can play bad today, but tomorrow it's the best day. You know,
Can change, yeah.
yeah.
I-
And not every hole are the same. I mean, you can play the previous hole badly, next holes you come back and still take the crown.
Kahle this sport is it's psychologically challenging. It can drive you insane if you take it too personally.
It does. I've seen a lot of videos circulating of people breaking their clubs and all of that. Not that it has happened to me, but I've seen people, you know, throwing their toys and so it can drive you insane. There are those people, those golfers, when you play with them, they don't even want anyone talking, you know. No one should be walking or movement. You must tiptoe around them. You must know that on the day that man is having a bad day, or that golfer.
I mean, you know what? I've actually tried to test this thing of silence when playing golf, right? And personally, it does help a lot. I don't want to lie. For as much as you know exactly how you play, or for as much as you can be relaxed or be in a proper state of mind, the minute there's external distortion, whether it be someone moving or someone talking, especially when you are about to hit your ball, something just moves you away from that particular ball. Your attention just moves from the ball, and then you end up doing things that you're not supposed to do.
I don't know. I'm different. I'm different. I mean, if I go to a driving range, I practice in the driving range where it's a noisy place. There's a lot of movement, a lot of people playing, music playing, you know. So that's a driving range. But I'm still able to play, you know. So
under the same
under the same circumstances. So for me, I don't mind that much. I used to be like you, but I don't mind it at all because for me, it teaches you how to focus at the moment, on the moment, you know. So whatever that's something happening around you, you switch off and you focus on what is in front of you.
100%.
So I'm not like you. I used to be though, but it's I treat it differently. I mean, you can walk, you can even walk on my line. I don't mind. I used to mind those. You can talk, and I'm one of those people. Also, I'll make it fun when I play with you, crack jokes just to make you relax.
That's true.
And of course, I first check 1 or 2 or 3 holes, check the mood. If I see that this man is very serious, I then become serious. But I also get motivated by having a challenge. You know, just challenge each other on the hole by hole. You know, where you say, look, longest drive on a par 5. Or whoever takes the hole pays 20 rands, you know? Or you buy me still works, whatever happens. No, I play better on those conditions.
That's proper. And I mean, that on its own would describe your nature as a person. Very competitive. And without competition, you strive on competition. Without competition, then it's pointless. Right? Now, I just want to find out something, Faisal, right? If there's any particular or any relationship that you formed that you believe that without golf you wouldn't have formed.
Wow. I finished the question, but I get you.
No. The reason I'm asking this is because obviously you get to meet new people, and that's what I love about the sport, right? if you go today and you say you want to play without arranging with the people that you usually play with, they will plug you
Yeah.
with someone, right? So what I'm trying to find out is, in the midst of all these times that you're playing and then you get plugged into certain 2 balls, 3 balls, or you go to attend golf days, has there been any meaningful relationship that you formed?
Wow, a lot. A lot. I mean, for an example, I met Sipo, one of your colleagues,
Yeah.
in the golf course, you know, and look where we are now, you know. It's one of those, and I mean, it's giving us a platform and opportunity to talk about our experience in golf. A lot of those, I found my brothers and sisters in the golf course. There were times where I would be struggling, you know, even to cope with life, because life at times is very difficult.
Yeah.
But through the brotherhood that I've established in the community of golfers, you find that I mean, you are able to cope. You know, when sometimes you don't even have money to go play golf, guys they say, just come and play with us. I can mention quite a lot of guys, but there's a lot of guys that I've met and a lot of brothers that relationships that I've established. And others, they doing their businesses, and the times one day when I've retired, I think I'll join them in business, you know. So my life revolves around golf. I don't know, if I was not playing golf, I don't know what I would be doing. Probably I would be swaying, watching soccer, I don't know. But without golf, like, I don't know. I really don't.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. So in essence, this particular lifestyle, if I can put it that way, has been incorporated into your own personal life, and it's a key factor in how you cope on a daily basis. Now, here's another one for you, sir. So, golf has ups and downs.
True.
There's frustrations, there's times of turmoil, there's times of happiness, right? And obviously you play with people.
Yeah.
Right. People will always look at you to say, okay, how does he react? In any other situation, right? And I always say, people always talk. Regardless what you do good, you do bad, somebody's going to say something.
For sure.
Now, how do you then maintain your composure? I mean, if for instance you hit a mulligan, incidentally, how do you then maintain your composure? Or let's say you bet with someone on a hole to say, listen, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to win this hole, and nothing goes in your favor at that point in time. Do you?
If there's anything called a good loser, I'm one of those. I mean, I'll pay you if we bet. There's a school I play for called FC.
Yeah.
I do have a guy that I always challenge him. Let's say, let's bet. His name is Zuko. I hope he's listening. Kakeni. Shout out Kakeni. So we'll always bet 100 rands. The winner takes it all. After the game, we just check the scores. Even if we don't play together, it plays on a different football.
Okay.
So he has taken a lot of money from me. I've happened to win once. But I look, I'm one of those. I pay. I don't feel bad that I've lost. I think it motivates me that at least I'm competing with someone.
That's
other
true.
than just competing on the scores. That I always want to try to play better. It improves my game because I focus better if I'm betting or competing with someone.
Yeah.
Other than that, I just play to finish, you know,
100%.
which is very discouraging. So I'm one of those guys. But if I say that the group, I mean, golf is as good as the group of people you're playing with.
That's true.
If you're playing in a bad football, you're guaranteed
Your game is going
your
to go
game is
south as
going
well.
to be south.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, imagine Sundowns playing against Kaizer Chiefs. It plays the same level.
Hey. You know, when it comes to the game of, people take it very personal.
I know.
It's a very sensitive topic in South Africa, and I hope that one day golf will get to that point, because I've seen with the recent major tournaments that's been happening. I mean, in America, it's a very, very big thing to say who's going to win the US Masters.
Yeah.
It's the biggest tournament they have, and they take it very personal.
Yeah.
To a point where the boss would even close the office for that particular day or for that particular period to say, nobody must walk into my office, or I'll be working from home, because they get frustrated with whatever happens there. But on your side, from a personal experience, right? You've been playing for a very long time.
Yeah.
You've played with a lot of people.
Yeah.
You've lost, you've won.
Yeah, a lot.
Now, from the top of your head, is there any particular memorable event, or any particular memorable win, if not a lose?
Yeah, I think for me, the highlight will be earlier this year. I played in Bombela in the ANC Golf Day. So the group of guys, I mean, I was thrown into a football with guys that I don't know, you know, and we were paired with this one guy from KZN, and he became a friend of mine ultimately.
Awesome.
And on that day, I just told myself, okay, I'm here, let me just play to have fun, because, you know, in golf days, everybody cheat, you know. Majority of guys, they cheat. Not everybody. Majority of guys, they do cheat because they want to win. Yeah. So we just played, we had fun, and it was a great day, playing the course for the first time. And, when they called out the winners, we were called as well. So you guys were the winners. So we won a nice prizes, let me not mention. Yeah. Nice prizes there. And for me, that was a highlight. I've had other highlights in my life. I think back in the days, 2015 roundabout, we were playing in Zimbabwe, you know. I was still I would consider I'm still an amateur even now. I was still new in this game. Yeah. So there's a whole, can't remember what the whole number is that. There's a whole way you tee off from the top, and then it's a par 4. So I hit my driver, and then my ball hit the cut path. Oh yeah. And then my ball rolled over close to the green, you know. What? So that was a highlight for me. That was the longest drive for that particular day. For that particular day. And then my third one would be, I got an eagle at hole 16 at Eagle Canyon. The golf course is called Eagle Canyon. Yeah. So I drove the hole 16 there, hit my driver over the water, I got an eagle. Yeah, and
you must be a long hitter, eh?
Yeah, back in the days I used to be a long hitter. Now not anymore, you know. So this thing comes and goes. I try to manage my game nowadays, but back in the days I used to practice my driver, and I would be good when it comes to hitting my driver. Yeah. And then second shot, it's something else. Yeah. Now I'm focusing more on my irons. But just Tony, something about the social golf space. A link to the social golf league that I was telling you about. Yeah. We realized that for us as Africans in particular, for the game to transform and the game to grow, because we need to drive mass participation of the sport and get to the level where people can compete and you know what's happening.
That's true.
In 2020, we established something called T-Box. The T-Box is linked to South African Social Golf League as an NPO. Okay. So T-Box is let's just say, is a PSL of golf.
Oh, lovely.
But for social golfers. Yeah. I'm not sure if you are aware that there are a number of social golf clubs out there. I'm a member of about 5 golf clubs. So what we do is we then said, let's try to put these guys together in a league. Yeah. Let the schools compete against each other.
Oh, lovely.
And of course, we've got what we call 3 tiers or 3 levels of it. All right, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Yeah. In soccer, what we'd call it first division. Yeah, mvela kanjani. Yeah. So ours, it's categorized according to handicaps. 0 to 6 handicappers, that's the first division. Okay. Or the PSL, if you like. And then 7 to 12, that's the second division. And then 13 to 18, that's the third division.
That's interesting.
That's something that we'll be launching on sometime towards the end of this year, in November. We've registered at least, I think, we're sitting over 1,000 golfers who have registered with us. So almost like Leave, if you follow what's happening internationally. It's almost like Leave, but we take the clubs, or the schools, the Sunday schools in particular.
Yeah.
We're going to put them together. They compete. They play 2 games a month, and then ultimately we'll have the championships towards the end of the year, and they will have the winner, the best score. However, we also have within that space of the tee box, we also have what is called the leaderboard, or rather the individual rankings. So how it works is that as much as you compete or you play to compete for your school to win, we also rank you according to who's the best golfer in South Africa, social 100%. Golfer that is. So if I'm going to play with you, you just go into the app, I check your name out and say, okay, you are ranked number 20. So I know already that you're the best golfer. You know. So that's what we are busy working, or we're cooking, because it doesn't help to play the game. You also need to invest.
That's true.
In the game, making sure that you are part of the people who are driving transformation, who are seen to be growing the sport, and also making sure that it transforms, as I mentioned earlier.
And that's quite interesting, because I mean, if we're talking social golf, this would be, apart from the schools and the social clubs, this would be the first of its kind. Already from a professional or from a golf course point of view, I know there's foundations, there's other golf course or golf club championships, but a league of this nature, and I like the fact that you've set it in different tiers, because for me it would be unfair as a handicapped individual to play with someone who's playing from a scratch. I would definitely quit from the onset and say, guys, you've set me up for failure. But the way that you've explained it, I think you're still going to get a lot more people interested in it, because for as much as we believe or we play just for the fun and for relaxation, I think everyone wants to feel acknowledged. Everyone wants to feel special at a particular point in time, and it also builds a bigger community. Yeah, no. What you guys are doing is incredible. Yeah, and I look forward to it.
Yes, please. I hope that will come back when you're ready for the launch. Yeah, it's something that you're right. It's one of the, I would say, new innovations in the country. Even though there are, I would say, those amateur arranged leagues, your nomads and all of that. But this one now, it opens it up to almost everyone, the Sunday schools in particular, because those are the guys that we're targeting. Because we realize that we go and play, we compete for points, and then you go home. Nothing is enticing, nothing that is enticing except the points. Then we wanted to encourage or come up with something that will encourage golfers to play for something new, you know, and something that is interesting. I mean, if you know that you're going to play competitive games twice a month, everyone will improve their game.
That's true.
And people will practice a lot. You also don't want to embarrass your club, you know, or your school. Imagine you're the one who's making us lose, and whilst the rest of the guys are putting effort, you know. The other interesting part about it is that even if on the day you are not playing, you will be able to watch and follow the games. It doesn't matter where you will be at.
Lovely.
Whether you're attending a funeral or you are traveling, you'll be able to see, because it gives you live leaderboard, and you get to see who's going up, who's going down, and what's happening.
I think it's about time that something of that nature is being introduced. It's more particularly in South Africa, because all other sport fields or sport fraternities are celebrated, and I feel that golf is the least celebrated sport. People always talking about the capital contribution towards golf, to say, okay, hey, buying a set of clubs, you're gonna part with thousands. But we've seen that people are eager to learn the sport. People are eager to compete in the sport. And the platform that you are setting at the moment, I think it will bring in more and more people.
Indeed. I mean, as you know, sport is growing in South Africa. I would like to believe, and I think Our government is doing a lot in making sure that the sports should grow. It doesn't matter which code or sporting code. Just yesterday, I was watching netball. Is now having their own league. You know,
Yeah.
that's something new. Basketball is also coming. So we also need to start putting up golf at the same level. The interesting part is that it is expensive to play golf. And we realize that our social golfers cannot afford to play all the golf courses that are out there,
That's true.
especially in Gauteng. There are those that are still trying to exclude us based on price, and you feel that as much as you belong in a school, but the majority of the guys cannot, myself included, you cannot afford to play in a particular golf course.
Yeah.
So with T-Box, we're also going to try to introduce a standard fee
Okay.
if you're playing the league.
Yeah.
So there's no cost that you're going to say you're not going to play for. We have signed a memorandum of understanding with, I think, majority of golf courses. And
Lovely.
I mean, prestigious golf courses. Pretoria Country Club, Eagle Canyon, Horton, Bryanston, CCJ, and all of those. We've
Yeah.
engaged with those golf clubs. I mean, golf courses, and we're in agreement in principle that look, bring it, because golf is about volumes.
That's true.
If you bring numbers, they still make their money.
Hundreds.
And as compared to 4 of us, you go and play, you still pay over 800 rands to play, but there's just limited number of you playing out there playing. So with T-Box, we'll be booking those golf courses on, we call them match days. On match day, let's say you play on Friday, all the golf courses, we have about 12 in Gauteng that have signed up with us.
Lovely.
They'll be booked, 120 players playing on the day. And then the next time they play, we booked and then we change. Like
rotate.
it's done in soccer. You play at FNB, you play at Loftus and all of that. So those are match days that will enable golf courses to see number of people out there playing, but also giving opportunity to golfers to play even golf courses that they thought they would never play.
Interesting, and I think what you just touched on, it goes back to a question that's commonly asked around South Africa, especially after the COVID period.
Yeah.
I think most entities or most organizations have suffered quite a big loss
Indeed.
during that period. And what you guys are doing is incorporating the socio-economic factors into it to say, instead of, let's say, Stein City, golf course only accommodating 10 people on a particular day at a particular price, why don't we bring in the masses? Because inevitably, all these guys are going to pay, and you'll still be able to
make the same money.
Yeah, to make the same money, if not more, at that particular point in time. So, hey, you guys have a big task in your hands.
Yeah, indeed it's a big task, but we've done a lot of work around at developing the concept and making sure that it matures.
Yeah.
So we're talking to quite a number of potential sponsors as well, so that they can make it interesting. You know, we call it a match day. Is like going out to playing on a golf day. So we would like to give them the golfers what we call the T-Box experience, the premium experience. They feel like special.
Yeah.
You know. So that's basically that. We also believe that it will contribute towards what is called golf tourism. Imagine you're going to go as a group, you're going to play in Durban.
Yeah.
Book buses, you book accommodation, you know, the traveling,
The food around it,
and
the
all of that.
entertainment. It's changing the entire landscape, and I think it's quite a revolutionary concept that you guys have. But just on the side, and I hope my listeners are listening there. You know? Obviously, for me to participate, I'm a handicap. So you will need commentators here and there. You will need people to announce certain things. We are here.
No, the Sulo Media, they're one of our partners. I mean, if you go and watch on TV, SuperSport 213, channel 213, they hardly play or show content coming from South Africa. And I think with this platform that you guys are creating, it's going to help us to at least to drive content and to showcase what the social golfers are doing. that's the reason why we also partnered with Lesibo Media. We approached them to say to them, please come be our media partner. And they said, yes, we'll be there.
No, awesome stuff.
So you have a role.
Yeah, no. Now I'm energized. I'm revived. Basically, I just want to ask you one last question, right? Before I ask you for a favor.
Okay.
So the question that I have is, you've seen golf evolve in South Africa,
For sure.
right? I would say you are part of the revolution of social golf in South Africa, because over 10 years ago there was no social golf, if we were to be honest, right? Now, do you believe? How would you define success in the sport, personally for you, and as a part of a social group as well? How would you define success around the sport?
Yeah, Ish, that's a very touching question. We have a phrase that we normally use about what we see as the contribution of T-Box and the South African Social Golf League, NPO. That in 10 years from today, we would like to see an African golfer competing at PGA.
100%.
In a country where population is 60 million, majority is Africans, you hardly see a black golfer, let me just use that phrase or that line, a black golfer, West and African, competing at the PGA level.
That's true.
So year in, year out, we produce professional golfers, but we don't see African golfers competing
Going
at that level.
internationally.
Yes.
Yeah, it's always the Sunshine Tour.
So T-Box is a program. That's what you call it. It's a program that is geared towards one day producing a South African professional, an African professional golfer to compete at that level. The last time we had an African golfer was James Camden. We have not seen any other African golfer competing at that level.
That's true.
But we also would like to grow T-Box throughout Africa, first and foremost, before we can say that we produce the people that we're talking about. So for us, we would like to drive T-Box as an African social golf league program that one day will produce these African professional golfers to compete at that level. That's what we're driving. But we understand that the sport is very expensive, especially when you get to those levels. So T-Box will be used as a platform to support and especially those that are talented and skilled to play the game. The second last point is that for us, of course, we are the older generation now, but at least now we're able to introduce our kids at an early age to play the sport. So they stand a better chance of playing and competing at that level.
That's true.
So we usually challenge our golf partners in the industry at times when you say they're introducing golf to charities and all of that. It doesn't help to introduce golf to a person in an informal settlement who has to compete between buying a loaf of bread and buying golf shoes.
Golf balls, yeah.
You know,
That's
so
true.
it doesn't assist. But if you were to target Africans or those who are privileged enough to say that they can afford a loaf of bread and other things, at least you give them more opportunities that they can grow and play the sport. Otherwise, you're just doing it for the sake of compliance. It doesn't assist the game. So we are driving that, and for us, success one day would be to see an African competing at the Masters, competing at the Open, competing at the Vela Open, and all of that.
I hope it's not too late for me.
It's never late.
Yeah. And then, like I said, I'm going to ask you for a favor, right?
Sure.
And my favor is very simple. I think in the beginning of the conversation, I mentioned to you that I preach one thing, that golfers are loving and giving, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be tangible things. I think the most, if there's anything that I believe is worth giving, is knowledge transfer and wisdom transfer, right? I think if like the old saying, it says you can take a horse to a river, but you can't force it to drink.
To drink,
right?
correct,
So I believe that one's words are more than enough to start someone off.
For sure.
There's people go through a lot of things around us. We personally go through a lot of things as well. But hearing someone say something can change your whole mindset and your perspective. Now, with saying that, would you mind parting with a few words of wisdom to our audience?
Yeah, you're correct. I think for me, just encourage everyone, one, never to give up. Golfers never give up. Whether it's raining or it's not raining, we're always out there playing, you know. And golf has taught us that perseverance will help you succeed and win. But also changing your approach at times, it helps you to adjust. And these are principles of life.
Yeah.
Also, never to judge people, because at times you're looking at a person like, this one's not dressed up properly, and then the game shows you something else. You know, so never judge a person. Always give people a second chances, because life is always about that. It's always about second chances. But most importantly, if anything, as a country, we have an opportunity, and this is the last opportunity or last fight that we need to have to fight and transform the country fully. Yeah. And this is the only code that is left. We need to change golf. We need to change and transform that industry, or the golf as an industry. Just there are a lot of other things I didn't tell you about. I mean, the sport on its own here in South Africa, it generates over 40 billion rand. Sure, that's a lot of money. And this information is not shared. You know? And there are very few blacks who are competing and participating in that space. We are just consumers. Yeah. So we'd like to encourage them to come and participate. Whatever that you do, come and participate. Introduce a business. Come and work in the sport. Whether you're a finance guy, look at yourselves. This is part of golf. You know. So it's a serious industry. Yeah. And I would like to encourage everyone to take the sport, and it's therapy.
100%. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. That is our guest, Mr. Fezile Nondonga. And I told you, this conversation is going to change your life. So we've reached the end of our show. And I just want to say one more time, thank you so much, Mr. Nondonga, for coming through physically into our studio, seeing how we do things while other people are listening.
There's hope. I'm very excited to see what you guys are doing. There's really hope.
100%. And to all the listeners out there, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in once again. This is the only show that you want to listen to on every single Wednesday. Please also make sure that you call your brothers, your sisters, your uncles, your aunties. Tell them to tune in, because this is a revolution. Like I always say, the weekend has officially started. If you're working tomorrow, I don't know where you're working. If you're working on Friday, please come give me a call. Let us consult and talk about this thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a lovely, lovely weekend. And then I look forward to chatting up with you next week. Continue to follow us on our social media pages. We really, really are because of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.